Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Real Watchers live stream for July 8th, 2024. My name is Garrett.
And I'm Kevin.
And we are your lovely hosts. Hope you're all having a fantastic evening so far. We got our good friend Nadia from the YouTube channel, Horror and More. Go ahead and check her out. Subscribe if you're not already. I like how we did that at the same time.
Yep.
But before we dive into our stories and kind of everything going on this week, Kevin, how the hell you been over the last week?
I'm going to be tired next week. So, I'm working from this Wednesday all the way to this Friday. So I'll be working 7+ days in a row.
You mean last Wednesday?
Last Wednesday, yeah, sorry.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so I'll be tired, but it's good. The new job's fun. So
hey, Kevin started a new job today, so everyone give a round of applause in the comment. I don't have any sound effects. I can't do a round of applause. But awesome. Well, hopefully it's going to make you a little bit more money and a little bit more happy. That's all that matters. But as for me, still been getting a little bit better after my recent bout with the old vid, and now kind of back at it, writing a couple of videos. So hopefully have some videos that are not our usual content coming very soon. So hopefully we get some time to work on those, but that's going to be about it. Nadia's music's a little loud. All right, let's go ahead and adjust that just a little bit. Hopefully that's a little bit better. Jose asked, new job as what?
It's my same job, my medical assistant job, just a new hiree of a big hospital instead of a
new company,
urgent care.
Yeah, big old company instead of a single urgent care. Well,
yeah,
single urgent care company. But awesome. Well, let's go ahead and dive into the stories for this week, and I'll go ahead and start it off here. And that is that the Watch Dogs film has officially begun production. The film based off of the Ubisoft video game. No real details yet, other than that they just started production. So this has been announced for quite a while, and we're finally getting it. So
did you see in what's it called? The video game X Defiant that they have Rainbow Six stuff. Sorry, off topic, but they have Rainbow Six stuff now in it, and they have like Jaeger's gadgets and everything like that. It's pretty cool. Off topic, but I just thought I recognized it. I recognized it. I said, "Oh, that's cool."
Recognize the name Ubisoft, and Watch Dogs is in that game. So
yep.
that's really about it. No details yet, but it looks like it'll hopefully be coming out next year.
Yep. Hopefully. Next up, Lego has revealed their Jaws set, which I want.
I really want it too. I think it looks adorable. It lines up straight with my Jurassic Park set that has a similar kind of styling. And there actually is a stand. You can actually fully build the shark and put a little mounting thing on it. It's pretty awesome. And it celebrates one of the peak 70s, as well as one of the better like animal creature feature horror films I would say ever made.
Yeah, I would say so. The summer blockbuster.
Oh yeah, started it all.
Yeah.
Alrighty, next up, the Highlander remake with Henry Cavill starts production in January with the director of John Wick, the last three of them, which is cool. This has been announced for some time, but they're finally starting production. So hopefully it's pretty good. I haven't seen the original. Probably should watch it at some point before this one comes out. But hey,
is that the one with Mel Gibson? Is that what
no, Highlander has. Oh, I don't know the name.
I know that. No, that's Braveheart.
Christopher Lambert.
Oh, okay. I've seen
Lambert is the character, the guy who played Raiden in the original Mortal Kombat movie.
Okay, I've seen the Steelbook and the 4K of it, but I didn't know who was the main actor.
Does have Clancy Brown, the voice of Mr. Krabs, as well as Sean Connery.
Connery.
Yes. Hopefully he's not beating women. Alrighty, but that's gonna be it. Yeah. So starts production. Hopefully it's gonna be somewhat good.
Yeah, somewhat good. Kate Blanchett bought a PS5 in order to prepare for her role in Borderlands. I mean, I like when actors...
Worth it to say she did play the games too. She didn't just buy a console and was like, I'm done.
Yeah, But I like when actors and actresses tend to get into their role a little bit more. I know that Jay Leno does it a lot. Not Jay Leno. Oh, gosh, what's his name? Freaking Morbius.
Oh, Jared Leto.
Jared Leto does it a lot. He takes it a little too. Yeah, I know, the car guy. He really gets into his movies. But I like to see that some people actually care about what they're going into, and hopefully some people will realize what they get out of it, even if it is not such a good movie.
Yeah, don't know. I mean, honestly, I forgot to put the story in here, but the test screenings have not really gone well. So
I would
we'll
assume
have to
so.
wait and see. Next up, Simon Pegg does not want to see Shaun of the Dead remade, kind of echoing statements from Edgar Wright. Reason being is that they said that there is a lot of themselves in that movie. It would be hard to do it without them. And I get it. It's a fantastic film, and they shouldn't touch it.
Yeah, they don't need to remake it, remade it, and nothing like that. Make it a kind of like a cult classic a little bit. So keep it that way.
You could do another story in that world, but you don't remake the movie.
I don't think you bring back Simon Pegg or like the main characters. Yeah, I feel like just leave it alone. Totally different people.
Just hands up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now You See Me 3 will release on November 14th, 2024. That's pretty soon.
That's this year.
I didn't expect it to be that soon.
Yeah, I did not know that it was going to be releasing that quickly. I didn't even know they finished production. Let me see here. I just want to double check and make sure I got the right. No, sorry. It is November 14th, 2025.
2025. No wonder why it was so.
I don't know why. It was a mistype on the website I got it from. So, because I did not type that, I copied it over. But yeah, so just coming out next November.
Okay, that makes a lot more sense now.
Yeah. Some bad news here. Zack Snyder is teasing a theatrical release for Zack Snyder's Justice League. Unfortunately, people are going to have to see that shit again.
You don't have to go see it.
That's true.
It's on Max.
You don't have to. If you really want to watch it on Max. I mean, it is better than the first Justice League movie, but not by much. You can only polish a turd so much. So.
Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark 2 is stalled, according to the writers. Writers are in the dark as much as we are, no pun intended. I didn't see the first one, so couldn't tell you if it was good or bad. I think maybe Nadia has seen the first one.
Nadia, if you've seen it, let us know what you think. Yeah. It sounds like, well, it's not like the best horror movie in the world. It's a really good starting place for people who like either younger audiences or people who aren't really into horror. It'd be a good starting point. You
remember the books, right? Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. Yeah, those used to creep me out when I was younger. So,
well, there you go. Mm-hmm. Let's see. We can take a quick little break to get to a comment here. Picturing that big chin of a talk show host as Morbius or the Joker is certainly a visual.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I just want to suck your blood. It's not very good. Nadia says that movie sucked doo-doo.
Oh, well, okay.
Well, apparently you might be in the minority just because a lot of people seem to want on the second one. So hopefully it'll be better. There we go.
Hey, sometimes sequels can be better than the first ones. Not by much, but
Aliens, Terminator 2, Empire Strikes Back. It's possible. I doubt it. You fucking asshole. I doubt it'll be like better than the first one, but we'll see. That is if it gets made.
Mm-hmm.
Next up, Wicked will now release 4 or 5 days earlier on November 22nd to avoid competition with Moana 2 because it was moved a week ahead, and that date happened to be the same day as Moana 2, which is a bad idea.
Good marketing for Wicked. I still don't feel like I'm going to go see it.
I mean, good decision for Wicked. Their marketing has not been that good because the movie doesn't look that good. So
that's okay. Good decision to move it up. Marketing.
The studio made a smart decision.
Yeah. Beetlejuice will open the Venice Film Festival. This is is this Venice, Florida, or where is this?
No, this is Venice, Italy.
Oh. Never mind. Yeah. We'll see.
We see a lot of big movies premiere at film festivals like this. Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny last year premiered at the Cannes Film Festival. So the fact that it's opening up the Venice Film Festival means that the studio has some faith in it. So
do you think the reviews from this festival will determine if people like it or not, or is
it'll
it
be
just
good for marketing if it is. I think you're going to get a lot more of the film buffs and kind of the movie people into it. I think that it already has Tim Burton fans and it has the goth kids. It's got all of them already. They're going to go see it, but you got to hook in movie fans. And if if it gets good reviews and a good standing ovation or whatever, that's good press they can use.
Yeah.
So next up, the recent release, the Hindi movie Kill, is going to be remade into English by the John Wick producers. Can't just let a foreign country have a good movie; they have to remake it.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
gotta love the xenophobia of America, where they won't go see it unless it's in English.
I just don't understand that. It doesn't make sense. See it in their, like, I don't want to say native tone, but you know what I'm trying to say. Like,
see it in the original language.
Yeah, or see how it was supposed to be produced. Because sometimes, like, Bollywood has really bad CGI, but that's what makes that movie good and laughable and funny for it. So just see how it is.
This one's said to be a lot more violent and a lot less Bollywoody. So
okay.
Who knows? Moving on.
Yeah. We're getting the Gladiator 2 trailer tomorrow. And by the looks of it, like the screenshots that we saw last week, looks pretty damn good.
Yeah, and the test screenings have been going over really well. People saying that Denzel Washington is Academy Award worthy, and that the film is award worthy by itself. So who knows? But
can
unfortunately,
can you hear that big boom when it happens? No. Okay, never mind. Sorry,
I heard a
kids are
dog
playing outside.
yelping in the background. Alrighty, next up, it is official. Skydance will acquire Paramount for $8 billion.
Man, that's chump change.
In Hollywood, yes.
I could have spent $8.2 billion, but no.
Sure, we'll go with that. Which is crazy because Sony was offering them like $300 billion or something like that. So I'm amazed that they actually took. There must have been something better in the deal with Skydance that they just went for the lower amount. But who knows? But
maybe they just
cool for them.
want like a big monopoly as well.
Yeah, that's true. But also, they the head of Skydance just came out and said that they want to adjust the culture of Paramount to foster the studio to be a culture of creativity, because I kind of feel like it's become creatively bankrupt recently, which is I kind of get. So maybe if they're going to encourage more like indie voices and stuff, go
all for it. And then they can also help out with Paramount Plus.
Very true.
Next up, Abigail will release on Peacock on July 19th, 2024. So give it about 10 days. If you missed it in theaters, you missed a really good time though. But you can still watch it on Peacock. Highly suggest this. This is a really fun, gory horror movie that really probably the best movie I've seen so far this year. Horror movie wise. Okay.
I was like, that's a bold claim. No, it's a super fun movie. If you haven't seen it yet, it's a lot of fun. Highly recommend it. Same directors as Scream 5 and Scream 6, who did a great job with those. So, yeah, it's a great movie. Really enjoyed it. Next up, talking about movies releasing on streaming, If, the movie with Ryan Reynolds and Steve Carell and a bunch of other people, will be releasing on Paramount Plus tomorrow. If you want to check it out, if you didn't get to see it in theaters. I thought it was a sweet little movie. Not perfect, not great by any means, but it was a sweet little movie, and it was good enough to, I did enjoy it. So if you're looking for something harmless that is done with some creativity and some heart, go ahead and check it out.
Awesome. Yeah. Edge of Tomorrow 2 director says no update on sequel, but states in touch with Tom Cruise and Emily Blunt. I don't remember because I watched this movie quite a while ago. Does it leave on a cliffhanger?
I don't remember. I actually have never seen it. I don't know if it ends on a cliffhanger, but I know a lot of people have wanted another one because they really loved the first one.
Yeah, so it was really good. But I don't know. It's like some movies don't need a sequel. It can just be one movie.
But it sounds like the director wants to make it, so we'll have to wait and see. Maybe they have a good story to tell.
Maybe.
Alrighty, and last up here, apparently Lady Gaga's Harley Quinn will blow your mind in Joker Folie à Deux teases the casting director. So, I mean, I've been excited to see what she can do with the character. We know it's a musical. Lady Gaga can sing, so really excited to see what she can do with the character. And it looks like she'll match up with Joaquin Phoenix pretty well in this movie. So.
But I think Joaquin Phoenix can really work with anybody to make them a little bit higher up as well.
Yeah.
But love to see what Lady Gaga does. I don't like her in some things like American Horror Story, but this one, I think she can take this and run with it.
Yeah, hopefully it is going to be good. But that is it for the stories this week. Let's go ahead and jump into the comments here. Collection of comments. Nadia says she still owns a movie though. Hey, if you collect horror movies, it's got to be in there, right?
She has been watching her movies that she has downstairs to see if she wants to keep them or not. So maybe this is another movie she has to rewatch to keep or to sell.
Who knows? And maybe you'll like it this time or still dislike it. You never know. Blank. Hello everyone. Hello.
Hey Matt.
Matt Walls.
Oh, hey.
Hello. We'll get there.
Okay.
Yeah. Continuous misspelled. Matt, you did miss it last week. So I know you're still spelled it wrong. Hello, everyone. Work's been rough. Totally get it. Kevin and I are right there with you. So last week you had, I believe both your movies won for me, or one of them did, which was Barefoot Jen. And unfortunately, I was not able to find Barefoot Jen anywhere. It was not streaming anywhere. I couldn't find it on the Internet Archive. Could not find it anywhere. So, Matt, to repay you for that, I'm going to give you one choice. Whatever movie you put in the comments section, I will watch in addition to whatever is assigned this week as a repayment for that. Because I was not.
So, are you watching 3 movies or just 2 movies?
I will watch 3 movies this week.
Okay.
Yeah. So whatever you want me to watch, Matt, just put it in the comment section and I'll watch that instead of Barefoot Jen to make up for it.
Okay.
So give you some time to think about it. Alrighty. As that is it for the stories, let's go ahead and dive into the trailer park. And of course, I mean, we got another trailer for Long Legs this week. It comes out on Friday. And the trailer this week, I'm just going to go ahead and say F1, probably my trailer of the week. But
because of how good it looks. But this one is...
The
crazy.
Marketing is so good on Long Legs. The entire point of this trailer is the first time that the main star encounters Nicolas Cage's serial killer character, they put a heartbeat monitor on her with a mic so they could record the heartbeat and how fast it goes. She had a resting heart rate of 76, and when she first saw Nicolas Cage, it went to 170. That's more than double. So it's such a smart little trailer. It's fantastic. But I will say that F1 has the best trailer of the week. I think that Long Legs is more of like a commercial of sorts.
Teaser trailer, kind of.
Teaser thing. F1 was definitely the coolest trailer of the week, though.
So it looks so good, and it looks so realistic. That's what I like. You said it's being made by Maverick, right? Top Gun Maverick director?
Same director as Top Gun Maverick, yeah.
Yeah, and it looks like it is Top Gun Maverick, but F1 style.
Yeah, which is I'm already more on board because I like cars more than military fighter jet stuff. So I am totally down.
I've been watching the F1 series or highlights if I can't see the actual races, and it just gets me amped up more and more. So
it looks fantastic. Let's see, we had a comment here. Old Henry is going to be your pick. Let me go ahead and take a look here and see what that is. Old Henry looks like directed by Potsy. Oh, Tim Blake Nelson. Okay, that is available to rent. Okay, cool. Let me go ahead.
It's on Roku TV for free.
I don't have Roku, so.
Well, no, it's just the channel thing. You just sign up online.
All right. Well, Matt, I will check out Old Henry this week in addition to whatever else gets assigned from the wheel. So, thank you for understanding that. All righty, let's go ahead and dive into the box office this week, Kevin. Let's go ahead and talk a little bit about it.
So what surprised me, because I didn't think Despicable Me 4 last week. My prediction was wrong. Despicable Me 4 did come back up on top for number one at 75 million. Inside Out 2 is 30 million though, so still going pretty strong right now, which is good because I heard it's a good movie. I haven't seen it yet, but heard it's good. Then in third place, Quiet Place Day One with 21 million. Still very surprised it's that much in third place. Yep. I don't know if this is disappointing or not, but Maxine with 6.7 million. I heard a lot of good things about it. And I thought the X franchise would have gotten a little bit more, maybe up to like 15 million, because of how good the other ones were and how sought after they are. But hey, 6.7, not too bad. And then Bad Boys Ride or Die was 6.6 million.
Yeah, Bad Boys still hanging in. I mean, I knew it. I knew Despicable Me 4 was going to come out and blow the weekend out of proportion. Also, Despicable Me 4 did launch on Wednesday last week, so it did have kind of the momentum going in, and it is a holiday weekend as well. So that was why you're seeing a lot of higher numbers. Inside Out 2. This is a great weekend if you had family and you wanted to go see a movie with kids or something, right? You got Despicable Me 4 and Inside Out 2. You should probably go see Inside Out 2 instead, but there was some selection there. A Quiet Place still hanging in pretty strong, third with 21 million. And actually, I'm going to say Maxine is really surprising that it had 6.7 million. I was expecting a lot less.
Really?
Because neither X nor Pearl broke the top 5 ever, I don't think.
Really?
And so I think a $6.7 million opening for an A24 movie that was not Civil War is a really strong opening.
Mm-hmm. But so did X and Pearl get recognition when they went on streaming then?
I mean, they got theirs through like kind of viral nature, and they did kind of pick up. I think Pearl did better in theaters than X did because it had a lot of really good word of mouth, especially from Martin Scorsese, who loves the movie. And then I think with Maxine had the most marketing kind of budget out of all of them. And so I think that it being the biggest of the three definitely makes sense. Yeah. But I'll talk a little bit more about Maxine when I get to the reviews for this week. Mm-hmm. So, and then Bad Boys still hanging in.
Yep.
Alrighty, and let's go ahead and get to the movies that are coming out this week. And we got a pretty awesome weekend this weekend. Up first is Fly Me to the Moon. Marketing maven Kelly Jones wreaks havoc on launch director Cole Davis's already difficult task. When the White House deems the mission too important to fail, Jones is directed to stage a fake moon landing as a backup. This had some advanced screenings. People said it was pretty fun. Like, you know, you're kind of like feel good kind of summer movie. Not necessarily like anything too crazy, but something fun and enjoyable to watch. On the opposite side of being enjoyable, probably, is Long Legs, probably Kevin and I's most anticipated movie of the whole year.
Because of the marketing. It's been fantastic.
Such good marketing. In pursuit of a serial killer, an FBI agent uncovers a series of occult clues that she must solve to end his terrifying killing spree. Really looking forward to this. Of course, directed by Osgood Perkins, who is the son of Anthony Perkins, who played Norman Bates in Psycho. So pretty interesting connection there. Oh boy. Next one up is Lumina. Lumina follows 4 friends desperately searching for their abductee friend in a dump. I don't know what that means. Whether they find their friend or not in the deserts of the U.S. to the sands of the Sahara will change their lives forever. This movie looks like it was made on YouTube 15 years ago, and I don't know. If it's interesting to you, go see it. And finally, we have The Lion King's 30th anniversary. For those of you who don't know the film for some reason, Lion Prince Simba and his father are targeted by his bitter uncle who wants to ascend the throne himself. Honestly, I might go check this out. I love this movie. For those of you who don't know, Lion King was the first movie I ever watched as a human being. And the movie's as old as I am. So, you know, it's a special movie to me. So I'll probably go check it out for sure this coming weekend.
Nice.
Except for Long Legs. I'll be seeing Long Legs as well immediately this weekend. Unfortunately, I have to wait until Kevin wants to go. But, you know, it's fine. Because I want to not only do I want to experience the movie, I want to experience it with Kevin. So, but let's go ahead and switch gears into the movies that we reviewed this week. Now, here's the weird thing. Kevin just watched his assigned movies this week. I have quite a few movies to talk about outside of the actual assignment ones, so I'm just going to go through the ones that I watched first, and then we'll get to the assigned movies. But what is important to note is that this is probably my most productive week ever. I did watch and review 58 films. Now, I know what you're thinking, Garrett, that's more hours than there are in the week, but 50 of those, so 50 of the 58 were short films. They were, anywhere from 3 to 10 minutes, so nothing too crazy, and then 8 regular length films. So just wanted to go ahead and get that out there. I'm not going to go through all of the short films. I'm only going to go the best one I watched from Disney and the best one I watched from Warner Brothers. And then at the end of today, we'll talk a little bit about something else that is kind of really historical and fun, not really, to talk about, which is called the Censored 11. But we'll get to those at the end of the show. So up first is the Pixar film, short film Bao. I really, really love this short film. It is an aging Chinese mother who is, working and creating these Bao dumplings, and one of them turns into a kid. And, it's basically a story of love and parenting and growing up. And it is such a special little short. It's the same director that did Turning Red. And you can really tell the same stylistic choices are there, and the same emotion and the same heart, that kind of storytelling are there too. So it's fantastic. My favorite Warner Brothers short I checked out this week is Doe for the Dodo. Now, what's really interesting, Kevin, is that you watched the original version of this a couple of weeks ago. You watched Porky in Wacky Land.
Yeah.
This is the exact same short, pretty much, only in color and some different backgrounds. Now, what's really interesting about this is I actually prefer the color version because the backgrounds have a little bit more of a Salvador Dali touch to them, a little bit more surreal, which is really nice, and it's really well animated. But what's really amazing to me is that the entire sequence, like the guy playing the instruments and the flower, the rabbit kind of swinging and it has its ears up there, whatever, all that animation is in one of the Censored 11 shorts. That was like Tin Pan Alley Cats or something like that. And they reused that entire surreal sequence and put it into Porky and Wacky Land, and then put it again into Doe for the Dodo. But they've taken a couple things out because the original one had like propaganda references to Japan and Germany and a couple of stereotypical things. But Doe for the Dodo, I think, is like the peak version of it artistically, and I really, really enjoyed it.
Nice.
But that's it for the best of each short films. Let's go ahead and talk about the films I watched this week. And up first, I need to call out Jose for this one for recommending this movie because I didn't know it existed, and that is Seconds. Seconds is a fantastic thriller movie from 1966 starring Rock Hudson, known for a lot of romantic comedies. One of my favorite romantic comedies of all time, Pillow Talk. In a very surreal thriller movie, sci-fi, about rich people who pay a lot of money to a company, and then their death is staged and they take on a new life after cosmetic surgery and all this kind of stuff. It's really fascinating, a fantastic thriller, and it feels really ahead of its time, like the best of the Hitchcock movies. Could not more highly recommend if you can watch it. It is available on the Criterion channel if you want to check it out. Up next, I watched Fight Club all the way through for the first time, which feels really odd to say. I really enjoyed Fight Club. It's got a lot of really cool messages and deeper meanings inside of it. Obviously, it's very violent, it's very macho, but it's also a deconstruction of the 90s kind of macho kind of persona. There's anti-consumerism, there's so much going on. It's really interesting. We are going to be covering this on an upcoming movie club, so we'll talk a little bit more about it in detail there. But it's fantastic, so very highly recommend. After that, I watched a concert film. One of my favorite bands, Gojira, when they played at the Red Rocks Amphitheater in 2017. This was a concert film that they recorded but wasn't going to be released. And then when COVID hit, they created it into a concert film and released it on YouTube for free. And so I watched it while I was working last week, and it's really, really good. I think that if you're not a fan of Gojira, it's not going to change your mind. It's not going to get you into metal or anything like that. But the sound work is incredible. It sounds like you're really there. The cinematography isn't the best, but it does capture everything well. But it's a fun concert film. It's not exactly my Eras tour. That was Right Here, Right Now last week. But, it's okay. Alrighty. up after that, as this is another, I watched a lot of good movies this week. A Ghost Story, which is available to watch on Max. This is an A24 kind of existential drama film. It sounds like a horror movie, and it's definitely not. It's about a man who passes away, unfortunately, and his ghost, which is just personified by a person in a sheet, kind of like your typical ghost from like an old cartoon, is kind of watching over his house as time goes on, and he kind of exists outside of time and space. It's very haunting. It's not something I would really recommend if you have recently experienced loss or if you're not in a good state of mind. Luckily, I was in a pretty good state of mind when watching this movie, and so I was able to make it through just fine. But it is a dark film, and there's some really deep stuff that happens in the movie. After that is Maxine, closing out the X trilogy, or at least I think, because apparently there's a fourth movie coming at some point. I really like this movie. I think of the 3 films in the trilogy, I think it's the least good, but not by like a whole lot. I think the cast is fantastic. Mia Goth is incredible as Maxine. I really enjoy the setting of this movie. I think the pacing is also really good. I would say if I have any issues with it, it is a little too fast at some points. Like, it does kind of skip over a couple of things. And if you haven't seen X, you're going to be lost. I think you do need to see X before you see Maxine to fully grasp what's going on and how everything is affecting her. But I really enjoyed it. I think it's a really solid entry. And T. West is becoming another one of my favorite kind of rising directors right now. I don't know how people are going to react to this one, but I did watch Terrifier from 2016. This is the feature film, not the original short film with Art the Clown. And I will say I did not really enjoy this movie. I think that Art the Clown is a really unique and interesting, like, serial killer character. And I think that he is really scary. The fact that, like, he's just killing people, and then at one point he's just like, whatever, and just pulls out a gun is like scarier than anything that Michael Myers would do, because it's such an attitude. But the whole movie just feels really cheap. The dialogue is not good. The actual, like, the way that everything is shot just feels cheap. They really put all their money into the blood effects and the makeup, and then also obviously the design of Art the Clown. Yeah, I didn't like this movie, but I am excited to watch Terrifier 2. I heard it has one of the most unsettling sequences in horror film history, or something like that. Something in a bedroom. That's all I know. But I will watch the second one, and I will watch the third one, definitely. It's got my attention, but I think that this is just not the best start for me personally.
Gotcha.
And the last one up, I know I've been taking much of the time, sorry.
It's okay.
Is Shazam from 2019, the DC film. I really like this movie quite a lot. I think it's one of the best DCEU movies we got besides the Suicide Squad. The cast and the tone is perfect in this movie. I think that they do a really good job of representing the foster scene. And, you know, like, it's really good about how it explores a family dynamic. Not your typical family dynamic, but one that's like your found family, and one that you kind of grow into when your real family has kind of abandoned you. It's a very sweet movie, and I think it is one of the most legitimately fun superhero movies in quite a while. I wish the sequel was as good, but it's a really fun movie. Also by David F. Sandberg, who is a horror director, did Annabelle Creation. So there's a couple of horror references in this movie, like horror kind of inspired stuff. So it's a lot of fun. Highly recommend it if you haven't seen it before. So that's it for my stuff. Sorry again for taking up so much time.
That's okay.
But we got some comments here. You're probably in the minority, Garrett, as Porky and Wacky Land is seen as better, myself included. I still think that I also watched Porky and Wacky Land this week, and it is fantastic. Like, they are, like, in terms of scores, they're really close to each other for me. I think what really puts Doe for the Dodo above, in my opinion, is not only the color, because the color is fantastic, but just the Salvador Dali inspired backgrounds really make it a lot more surreal. And I just really enjoyed that. Like, if this was like a 95, like Porky and Wacky Land's like a 92. It's not really much of a difference. So, you know, whatever the difference may be, it is very minor. Seconds must have been recently added, as you said last year. It wasn't streaming. Yes, it was added to Criterion Channel as part of the. There's a collection right now, which is like the Stark Mad '60s or something like that. So basically, when the Hays Code was repealed and movies could just do whatever the fuck they wanted in the '60s, it's a lot of movies like that. And so Seconds was in there, and once I saw it was on there, I knew I had to watch it, and it became one of my favorite movies of all time. It's now in my top 150 movies that remind me why I love movies. So. I always love it when I get to add a movie there. It's fantastic. Alrighty, Kevin, let's go ahead and, since I was taking too much time, let's go ahead and jump into your stuff with your first assigned short film.
My short film, Heavenly Puss. It was really funny when we got it last week. This one is interesting. It's about trying to forgive and have someone else forget what you have done in the past to go to heaven and stuff like that. But there are some dark things in here, which it is from 1948, so there are going to be some darker things that us adults can see but kids cannot. I'll just tell you what it is. There are 3 kittens that are wet going into heaven in a bag. Yeah, you put 2 and 2 together. It was a okay movie. Not a movie, short. Not a lot of talking. And it was pretty straightforward of what was going on. So I gave it a 70 out of 100.
Sure. As for my short, I had The Screwdriver, which is also known as Woody's Jalopy. It was kind of back and forth. This was my first Woody Woodpecker short, which was really interesting. I don't think it's as good as Warner Brothers or Disney. It's still like well animated, but I've never been a fan of Woody Woodpecker. I think he's an annoying character. It's just kind of an unremarkable short. It didn't really do anything for me, but I can see why people would highly regard it. Alrighty, Kevin, your first movie, and both from Nadia, I believe.
Yep, we got both of them from Nadia. This is The Ruins. This was a very interesting movie because Nadia did want to watch it, and it wasn't playing on her laptop for some reason. So perfect opportunity to put it on the big screen. And this movie was very intriguing because of how the use of the plants that they used. The plants they move and grab like vines or like hands would, but they also mimic people, and that's what was very eerie to me, is when people or things mimic you. I think that is the most scariest thing, because you don't know if it's actually them or it is something else. The plants are really cool. They're very discreet about it. The characters do get a little bit of annoying sometimes, but that's a horror movie. Some of them are going to get annoying. What else? We watched the unrated version where they literally like chop off his legs. So it was very queasy and not cringy, but like hard to watch on that end because of what was happening. But still really liked it, enjoyed it. This would be a fun one to have Stacy watch as well, just to see what she thinks about it. So I gave it a 70 out of 100.
Yeah, I think the book is better. I would highly recommend the book. It's a lot longer though. It's a thick book. So, alrighty, I'm gonna go ahead and do the one that actually Jose, I believe, actually was the one that put it in here, which is Romancing the Stone from 1984. I'd always heard good things about it, so I was really excited to check it out. And I think it's a totally serviceable adventure film. I think it's more of a romantic comedy with aspects of adventure than really a full adventure film. But I do think it fits into the genre. I think that Michael Douglas is a fun lead, and I think that Kathleen Turner is good with what she's given, but I think her character just really isn't interesting at all. And they kind of like almost force you into being sympathetic towards her. Like, oh, she's a fish out of water. She's dorky and quirky, and like she's in a weird situation. Like that's all the writing she's really given. At least as far as I gathered from it. I think the story is okay. I mean, the reason for her being in Colombia is not the most interesting, but it has touches of movies like The Mummy and Indiana Jones in it, and it's an adventure movie. So, it's not Zemeckis' best film, but it's fine. So 63.
63, awesome. Well, my next
not
one,
expecting this.
it was just so much fun. That's why, and that's what you watch movies for. Sometimes it's just to sit down and have
No,
a
I
good
watched them to
laugh.
cry, Kevin. Just kidding.
And like how my life would be. But no, this one was really fun. This is like a typical Disney Channel movie, which I grew up on, so it was kind of nostalgic for me. I have not watched this one though, and never heard of it until Nadia said something about it, and it was just a lot of fun. It didn't have to take itself seriously. The orangutan in this movie though is fantastic. It's amazing what animals can do to movies with the right training and everything. He's the star of the show, obviously. The kid, I mean, I've had more annoying kids, but this one was just okay annoying. Like, I could tolerate it annoying. But I give it an 85 out of 100 just because of how fun it was, and I enjoyed it.
All right. And that's what we look for, honesty, when it comes to this. You got to be honest. And next up is Kevin's pick for me, which is the first time we've actually gotten either me picking one for you or you for me. And you gave me Drive, which, thank you. Drive was fantastic. One of the best looking and best sounding crime movies I've seen so far. Cinematography and color is fantastic. Really good pacing. It's not too long. It's not too short. If I have any issues, I think there is a lack of dialogue in the movie, but it's by choice. So it's a little hard to like give it like major points off for it. And the plot isn't the most like crazy, right? It's just like a series of bad errors on multiple people's parts. But man, this movie is a vibe movie. The soundtrack is so good. My roommates actually have the vinyl for this soundtrack. It's a neon pink disc, which cool. Is really cool. Performances are great. Gosling, Cranston, and Mulligan are fantastic in this movie. Oscar Isaac is also really good in what little he has. Yeah, I really enjoyed Drive, and I feel like the more I watch it, the more I'll enjoy it. That's the sign of a truly great movie, is that you can enjoy it the more you watch it. So can't wait to pick this up. It's on my list of things I need to buy soon. So yeah, really enjoyed that. Thank you.
I like how you called it a vibe movie, because that's really what it is. Because I know in your review as well that Ryan Gosling doesn't say it a lot in it, but he tells a lot in his face with emotions. The performance is great. And I like that as well. You don't have to put a lot of heavy dialogue in a movie sometimes, especially with his character. He's just gonna stand in the corner and give stares or head nods and stuff like that.
Don't confront them on the elevator.
Yeah.
That was out of nowhere almost.
Yeah.
But that's it for all of our picks for the things that were assigned. So if you want to see anything that we've reviewed, you can go ahead and check out our letterbox that's down here. Give Kevin a follow. Come on.
Yeah.
Follow Kevin. Give him a follow. If you're watching this live, if you're watching this after the fact, give him a follow. We gotta boost those numbers up. Alrighty. And that is it for all of those. I clicked on the wrong thing. Let's go ahead and see here. Lance Productions are not going to be as good, or Warner Brothers is Disney, but it is nice to have other options like Fletcher, MGM, etc. I actually did watch an MGM short this week called The Old House, which was included in the Censored 11 pack that I was able to get. And that was fantastic looking. I think the MGM looked better than the Lance one did, for sure. It's been argued that with Romancing the Stone, or without Romancing the Stone, there's no Back to the Future. So there is that, at least. Yeah, definitely. You can definitely see where Robert Zemeckis came from and the skills that he got from it in Back to the Future. And I think that he became a better director by doing Romancing the Stone. It just wasn't like an incredible film. But I can see why people would really enjoy it and, love it for its time. Alrighty, Kevin.
Yep.
Since we're all through all that stuff, you know what time it is. What time is it, Kevin?
It's the Wheel of Fate.
Yes, it is the Wheel of Fate. So, if anyone out there has some suggestions, Matt, you can put more suggestions in there. But I will watch Old Henry, so don't worry. But go ahead and get the suggestions in here so we can see them. We can put them on the list. I know we're at 147 entries, but by God, we're gonna do it.
Why not get more?
I want to put Kevin on Old Henry just so that way. If I get it, I don't have to do it again.
Yeah.
That wouldn't be fair if it landed on it, All right. Nadia says Wrong Turn 4. I don't know why it's specifically the first one, or the fourth one, excuse me. But hopefully that's a good thing. And I'm guessing Paul Blart Mall Cop?
Yes.
Or just Mall Cop?
No, Paul Blart Mall Cop. She just recently watched it.
Great. I haven't seen it, but it's a meme, so that's all I know.
The memes.
Let's see here. Joey or Matt? Failsafe from Matt. Okay. let's get at least 2 from each of you. I like the number that Nadia did with 2 suggestions. So Matt, if you got another one, go ahead and throw it in there. Come and See. I'm guessing that's the World War II movie that everyone loves. We are going to be covering that on Movie Club coming up. So, if someone gets it, then they'll have watched it ahead of time. Kevin says Wrong Turn is on the wheel, so I went with number 4. Okay.
Yeah.
Is it on the wheel?
I'm pretty sure she put it on the wheel one day. I'm fairly certain she did. Nope. Put Wrong Turn.
I'll put it on there as well.
I totally thought she put it on there.
It's either Cure. All right, so with Cure, I want to check the schedule real quick. We are covering it coming up, as well as Come and See. So
I think Come and See is farther away than Cure.
Come and See is farther away. Cure is around the corner. So I will say, Matt, I'm not going to put Cure on there, just because we are going to be covering it on Movie Club soon. Unless it's a different movie than what I'm thinking. No. Okay. Yeah, Cure is a Japanese movie too.
Yeah.
All right, Police Academy. I've never actually seen Police Academy, so I kind of hope I get it. The Fugitive.
Oh,
I
The
actually,
Fugitive's
do I
so
own The
good.
Fugitive? I think I own The Fugitive. I haven't seen it.
Have I reviewed The Fugitive? Because I've seen it a bunch of times, but I don't know if I reviewed it.
You're gonna have to look it up. Fugitive. Who Done It? This is the Three Stooges. Okay. And then The Temptations. I have not seen. Fugitive is so good. Nice pick. Alrighty. Well.
Yeah, I don't mind watching. I haven't reviewed it, so I wouldn't mind watching it either. So
Oscar-nominated film too, by the way.
It's got Indiana Jones in it.
It does have Indiana Jones in it, and Tommy Lee Jones, Agent K himself. All right. I think you went first last week, or did I go first? I don't remember.
I'll go first this week. It's
All
okay.
right, Kevin. Let's spin it. Spin that wheel. I don't know what it is. I'm not looking until it pops up.
I can't even read it.
Beverly Hills Cop for Kevin.
Oh, okay. I'm down for that.
Not the new one, the original one.
No, yeah, the original.
Apparently, the new one is pretty good. Joey, you'll have to let us know if you watched it, because I've heard
Axel
good things.
F, that one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alrighty, and my first one. Hopefully, it's a short, so we don't have to do like the endless spinning for it. But it's all good. Oh, I did watch a lot of shorts though. Free Solo, as from our friend Twan. Thank you for that, Twan.
I was gonna call him Taj, so I'm glad you said something before.
I really want to watch Free Solo, so that's good. All right,
Ooh, interesting.
Another spin for Kevin.
Yep, for me.
What's it gonna be, Kevin?
It's gonna be the Terminator. Is that what it actually is?
The Temptations. This is just selected by Matt. Let me go ahead and make sure we got. I think you misspelled it. The Temptations.
The boy band movie, right? Just to
I want to confirm that, Matt. The Temptations. Looks like there's two of them. There's one from 1998. Oh, they're both the same. Oh, it's a miniseries?
One's on Peacock, so I think that's. Let's see.
Okay, so it is that one.
One on, okay.
Which one's on Peacock? Is it the one that's 150 minutes?
It looks. Yeah, that one.
Okay, if it's 150 minutes, then that's the one. Because there's a second one, I think it's the mini-series, and the mini-series is 340 minutes. So
I'll have to look, but I know we're good.
Sounds good. Alrighty, so that is the Temptations for Kevin. The 1991, yeah, both are from 1998 though. So the miniseries and the movie, Matt. So just so you know, we'll figure it out though. We're smarter than the average bear. Alrighty. And for my third one, because I am watching Old Henry as well, Joey says, it's better than 3, but not quite as good as 2. It's good, but I think it relies a little too much on nostalgia. Okay. Gremlins!
Gremlins!
I've never seen Gremlins.
Oh my gosh,
super stoked.
yes.
Oops, I put that under you.
You'll love it.
I have been waiting to watch that movie for so long. I think that was Nadia that requested that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. It's Nadia.
I'm super stoked. Thank you for suggesting it. Jesus, I couldn't speak. Alrighty, Kevin. Let's go ahead and see if we can get you a short. If we don't land on a short, it'll be whichever one's closest.
Okay, sounds good.
And you can't get Heavenly Puss again. You already watched it.
No.
And if there isn't a close one, I will. Oh! So your short is actually Steamboat Willie.
Oh, yay! Okay, I'm down
Kevin
for
will
that.
be watching Steamboat Willie. And then, as far as my short goes, I mean, I put in the work for shorts this week, but I will still spin it. It's all good. There is. So I'm just trying to find where it is so I can remove it. Okay. Okay. Shuffle it up. Then we'll get my short. And then we'll just hang out for a bit. Well, unfortunately, you can't give me another pick.
Yeah, I can.
I mean, well, if you knew it, do you know a short that you want me to watch?
Actually, I can look up some shorts on Disney Plus. So let me do that for you.
Hey, well, there we go. That counts. As he's looking, that is going to be it for the wheel this week. I've watched a lot. I've watched quite a few of the shorts on Disney Plus, but not all of them yet. So I'm excited to see what you pick. But yeah, well, while he's looking that up, everyone, that is the end of the show. The kind of scheduled stuff. We got some fun stuff to talk about in the meantime. I did say I would kind of talk about the good old censored 11. Mm-hmm. So for those of you who don't know, the censored 11 are 11 Looney Tunes, Merry Melodies shorts that were created by Warner Brothers back during the 30s and 40s. And they were considered to be too racist, too insensitive, too stereotypical. And so most of these were banned, and I believe it was 1968. Yeah, there's 11 of them. Now, I've already watched one of the shorts and talked about it here on the stream before, which is called Coal Black and the Seven Dwarves, which was not a great short, and the rest of them didn't really get any better. They're all, like, obviously, there is a discussion to be had that, you know, it is of its time. There's nothing we can do to change it. It's a part of film history, for better or for worse, mostly for worse. And they exist, and we have to keep them around so we can remember where we came from, and how, you know, obviously the culture has changed, and, you know, kind of perceptions have changed. And so they are important, but they are not good by any means. They are really uncomfortable to watch. They are really unpleasant. If there's any single one of them that I would say was worth anything for any reason, I'm trying to remember which one it is here. It would be hitting the trail for Hallelujah Land, just because this one wasn't really like overtly problematic, but it does have a depiction of the character Uncle Tom, which can be very unfortunate for a lot of people to have to watch. But I think there's some really good animation in this one, and there's some really good music as well. And there's a little reference to Disney's short The Dancing Skeletons, so there is some really interesting stuff in there. But it's not great by any means. But it's the best of the lot. Most of the rest of them are just not good, and I would highly recommend not checking them out unless you're really interested in film history or animation history, Warner Brothers history, and you want to watch them. They're very uncomfortable, and again, wouldn't really recommend it again unless you're really into the history element, and would just want to watch them. But they're not comfortable, they're not a lot of fun, and very unfairly targeted. So, but that's about it. So,
sorry to break you off here, but your short, this is under Disney Plus, and it's called Mickey Mouse, and then parentheses shorts. So it's a newer one. It's a newer short.
Okay.
It's going to be called Amor Motor. Amore, AMORE, MOTORE.
Let me look here, so make sure I have it correct. Amore Motor. I see it. Let me check. It said Mickey Mouse was the first part of it.
Yeah, I just put in shorts on Disney Plus, and that's what popped up. Is it not on Letterboxd?
I don't see it on. No, I'm looking on Disney Plus.
Really? I just put shorts in, and it's the first one.
The first one?
See Mickey Mouse shorts?
No, I don't. Let me look at Mickey Mouse shorts. Oh, the show. I see.
It's season 5. Sorry, I should tell you that.
Season 5.
It's even episode 1.
Oh, okay. So this is a TV show.
But it says shorts because it's 5 minutes long.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, let me check and see if it's on Letterboxd.
Yeah, if it's not there, I can pick another one.
It is not on there, so it looks like it counts as a TV show.
Okay. Sounds good.
If you go under movies, and then there's like the genres on the top. If you click shorts, that's where they all are.
Okay, I will look there then.
Sorry about that.
No, it's okay.
Just noticed nice old WB logo shirt. Yes, actually, I got this at my tour of Warner Brothers Studios. So, good one. Matt Walls, I've only seen a clip of one of the Censored 11, and that was enough for me to not ever be interested in watching them. I get it. I think I definitely respect that, and I think that is important. If you don't want to watch them, don't. If it's not intriguing to you, like from a historical point of view, then don't watch it. But if you're interested at all, you can find them. They are out there. That's a huge tripod you got, Thur. Yes. I was planning on testing that out to make some video content in the corner, kind of with the movies on the wall. And I set that all up, and then I got sick. And so I haven't done it yet. But I'm going to try and do that with the next top 10 video I make. Did you find one, Kevin?
Yes. It's called Donald's Golf Game.
Let's make sure that's on Letterboxd. Okay, yeah. So, sounds good. I'll watch that one. Joey, in fact, I think Going to Heaven on a Mule is worse, but it is not in the Censored 11. I haven't actually seen that one. I'm sure it's on the Internet Archive, but I'll have to check it out and see. Yeah, because there's some that are not in the Censored 11 that definitely I don't think deserved to be there, but should have been at least considered. So who knows? I mean, like, I think All That and Rabbit Stew is. I will need to discuss this in longer detail with you, as I respectfully don't think that All That and Rabbit Stew is that bad. I actually think it's the most tame of the 11. It is more tame. I still like. There's no reason it could not have been Elmer Fudd, and the character they use is just too much of a stereotype, and I just don't enjoy watching it. So,
okay, Garrett, not to cut you off, I can't find this Temptation movie. It's all miniseries. That's what I've been
all
doing.
Miniseries.
Yeah, which is weird. Because that's like Temptations Part 1 is an hour and 27 minutes, and then Part 2 is an hour and 27 minutes as well.
Well, because it says 150 minutes for this one. Let me pull up the rent link and see. All right, I found the link for it, the Amazon rental link. I'll send it over to you.
Okay.
So that should be your link. All right, Matt Walls. What kind of tripod do you use? I actually need to get a better one since I bought a bigger lens for my DSLR. Well, cool. Cool that you're in photography. This is actually not mine. It is my brother's. So I don't know off the top of my head what kind it is, and I don't think that it has a name brand on it. Matt Walls, Google Play has the movie, I think. So there's another place to check, Kevin.
Okay. So is it a live show? Because you sent me a live show.
That's the link that's on Letterboxd.
What did you say? Google Play.
This might be a little more of a difficult one to find, Matt. We might need to respin. Or actually, we could just have Matt select a movie for you. It is from 1998, if that helps you find it. Nadia says, damn it, Matt, pick a simpler movie.
See, it's under TV shows still.
Really interesting. Alrighty, well, let's, why don't we just have Matt pick something else? Sorry, Matt.
Yeah, sorry, Matt. Pick something
Anything
else.
you want, as long as we can find it. You're the king of like lost media, or not lost media, like interesting things. Isn't the 1998 the miniseries? They're both labeled as miniseries, so I'm not gonna say that counts, just because it's technically a TV show, and we only watch film here. Damn it! I'm just kidding. TV shows are fine, but we do like movies more. Matt, what's the pick? What's Kevin gonna watch? Because we can't find a movie version of The Temptations. Knights of Badassdom. That is a movie I know for sure.
Badassdom. Oh my gosh! What the hell? Oh my gosh! It's got what's his face in it from Game of Thrones.
It's got a lot of people in it. Yeah.
Wait, this actually looks really funny. I'm kind of down for it.
It's based on D&D.
Oh, okay.
Well, kind of.
Well, I know what you mean, but...
Well, there you go. Alrighty, so that is the pick. I think he's doing it on purpose to jump the line. How on to you, Matt? It's all good. It's okay. But alrighty, everyone. That's going to be it for this week. Well, actually, one more thing I got here. Everyone, hey, well, there's a war going on. Calm it down. But actually, Kevin, is there anything you've been watching or playing? I know you've been kind of busy with some other stuff going on, but anything you've been doing over the last week? Because I got something cool.
I got nothing going on right now. School, and then new job. That's it.
There you go. Well, if you're into collecting movies, anything like at all, like I am, you know that July is one of 2 months of the year that is fantastic for us movie fans, because it is the half-off Criterion Collection sale at good old Barnes and Noble, and I have picked up. Well, I've got 3 coming in the mail. I've got Seconds, the movie I talked about today, coming in the mail. I've got the Japanese horror movie House coming in the mail, and the Japanese samurai movie Rashomon coming in the mail. So I don't have those yet, but here are the movies so far that I've picked up from the Criterion Collection sale. I've got Blue Velvet. This is the 4K version. I have the Danish film The Celebration, which I'm very excited to watch that. As we just talked about earlier, actually, Cure. Matt, there's Cure. We're going to be covering that upcoming on Movie Club, so can't wait to watch it. The French horror movie Eyes Without a Face, which is a really nice pink color on everything.
I think Nadia has watched that movie. It's been a long time, but I think she has watched.
I don't know. I hope you really liked it, because it's supposed to be pretty good. Also have the German Funny Games, which I picked up.
German Funny Games.
Not the English one. I have the Charlie Chaplin movie, The Great Dictator, which I picked up at the Criterion Collection sale. The Seventh Seal, which is a fantastic film from Sweden. The Russian film Stalker, which we're going to be covering coming up on Movie Club. And we also have, Kevin, you and I went and saw this in theaters for the first time, Uncut Gems.
Mm-hmm.
So I was very excited to pick all these up. And I got 3 more coming on Wednesday. And then as soon as I get paid again, I've got at least 6 more that I'm going to go pick up. So, and then wait till end of the year when some more movies are released.
Mm-hmm.
Nadia, yes, I have seen it. Wasn't bad from what I remember. Hey, I'll give a round of applause for a more art house horror movie, and it gets a not that, or wasn't bad from what I remember from that. That's gotta have a round of applause for that. Yeah, it's supposed to be very good. I haven't actually finished watching it yet. And I think it disappeared off Criterion Channel. So I'm glad that I actually own it now and I can watch it, because it's supposedly fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
So, and pretty creepy too. But anyhow, alrighty, everyone. Well, I hope you all have a fantastic rest of the week. We've got a really fun movie club coming up this week with Blade Runner, which we're watching the theatrical version. So if you want to watch it, if you're not spoiled when we talk about it, I would do so. And then obviously, Livestream goes live every Monday at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I know we've gone a little bit over our time here today, but thank you all so much for joining us. And until next time, make sure to keep those eyes on the screen. Have a good night, everyone.